Hello everybody! Welcome back to Astroneer. No, this isn't the Mega Factory build. That is coming. Don't you worry, that is coming. Today I want to do something a little bit different. Today I want to show off an interesting build for a large rover that TechUltimate, who's been a long-time viewer of my channel, he made a fantastic, basically a mobile base kind of build, and I just thought I'd show it off because I thought it's kind of cool. I'd go over a few things that maybe I would change on it, and you know, we'll just have a look at it. I thought this might be a fun little thing to do, you know. So here is Tech's large rover design. Now the whole premise of this is you can just take this around the entire planet and gather as much of everything as you can carry on this. You know, it's huge. It's huge. So on the front, you've got, as you would normally have on a large rover, you've got your drill and you've got your paver, so you can go basically anywhere. Right behind that is 4 portable smelters. So everything you're gathering immediately gets smelted, and then presumably, hopefully if it actually works the way it should, all the materials then get placed on these spaces here. Possibly they might automatically get filtered into these containers at the back. That's kind of my hope. Then right behind that, we've got a crane with a drill, so that when you're down in the tunnels trying to get some resources that might be up on the ceiling or whatever, you can get them. Very good idea, Tech. Absolutely brilliant idea, because many a time I've been digging looking for resources and they're up above and you just can't get them. Right behind that, got a soil centrifuge and a couple of soil canisters and all of this storage for 1 slot items. So presumably all the stuff you get from this and from these could be stored on this. Behind that, you've got the power plant, a little overkill with 12 RTGs, and then a research chamber, a large, extra large shredder, and then a bunch of resource canisters. Yes. Now, I would hope, right, that the... okay, it's automatically going to place it there. Interesting. So what's this set to? Okay, disable output, enable output. I would hope that as we gather soil, it will get put into the soil centrifuge if we tell it to. Actually, no, it'll get put into these soil canisters, and then if we've got them set to output, hopefully, they will grab these canisters, and if we have this thing... Let's just give it a test run. We'll set it to permanently do compound, right? We're going to take this for a drive and see how it goes. Now, one of the things that I would change, if you really wanted to make this into a mobile base, not just a mobile massive resource collection thing, you would put on some printers, right? Maybe not the large printer, but definitely the small and the medium, because can the small run from here? No. Okay, it can't run while in place there. Can it run from here? No. Again, no. And not there. So I guess, really, realistically, you'd carry them along with you, and when you need them, chuck them on the ground, unhook power from here, plug it into that, and away you go. That would be quite a sensible way of doing it. And if you're using the medium printer, you just bring a bunch of packagers with you, package it up, slap them back on here, and away you go. Same for the large printer, but that would require more space. What you could do, cut out a couple of RTGs, and there you've got space for, well, not in its current form, but if you packaged up the large printer, you'd have a space for it right there. There's a space for the medium printer as it is. Also, these extra spaces would give space for more research items, so you could just chuck them in there and have the researcher going. Another small change, maybe, depends how much you really want to gather. Take off the extra large and just put on a large. That gives you space to put this here, so it's not dragging on the ground. I know it really doesn't matter to the game that it's dragging on the ground, but then that does let you do that, which I don't think you can use. Can't use it in that position, which is a shame. It'd be great if you could use them on vehicles, but here we are. Can you use them on the bed of the vehicle? You can. So there you go. Perfect. Yeah. So you'd bring it along, strapped to the back like that, and when you need it, you take off, probably not that one because you need the power source, but you probably take off this one, slap it on here, and boom, away you go. You've got printing. You've got printing for days. Because I know there are a lot of things on the planet that you can shred that won't fit in the large shredder. But if you're traveling the planet in this thing to gather resources, you will presumably find a lot of TNT. You use the TNT to break stuff into small chunks and put the chunks through there. That seems like a reasonable compromise to me. Saves you a little bit of space for other things. You could also, of course, as Tech pointed out in his own video, which I suggest everyone go and watch, you could swap these out for more soil canisters if you were needing to do a soil run for machines that, you know, use soil, like a whole bank of these. But who would do something like that? That's insane. Yeah, let's take it for a spin and see how it does. We're immediately stuck on something. There we go. Okay, cool. So, alright, for example, we would come upon something like this, and we just go, hey Shredder, shred that for me, thanks. And away it goes. We can't shred this without the extra large, so that would have to stay behind. So that's, you know, that's a point for the extra large, I guess. But this is what we have. Away we go. Aha! There's a bunch of material. There's a bunch of material. Alright, we'll start digging. We'll gather the soil. Yeah. Gather materials. Aha! The soil canisters are working as intended. Oops, Daisy, didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to look at the soil centrifuge. I'm trying to look at the soil centrifuge, which is currently not doing anything. Do you not have enough soil? Is that the problem? Interesting. Interesting. Did it bug out? Hang on. We need more soil. There we go. It just didn't have enough. Perfect. All right, now where are we going? Now, soil is filling up. Aha, cool. There's our first target. Let's see if this stuff fills up the containers at the back. It should do. It's first loading up onto the mini smelters. And then, is it filling one of these? Where's the rest of it going? No, it's all going on to this, I'll bet. No, it's not going anywhere. Did we not collect enough? Okay, hang on. Oh, hang on. That's actually a really good target, the sphalerite there. I'm going to turn these on. On, and on, and on. Yeah. We're going to turn those on. Having the floodlights on the front, I think is a really great idea. You could really replace those with anything, but I think having them there is a great idea. Soil centrifuge is just going for days. That's great. Okay, we'll keep going. We're going to get this sphalerite. That should go straight onto the smelters. Yep. It has. And then the laterite. Yes, good. Now, where's all the stuff that can't fit on the smelters going? Is it actually being loaded anywhere? Oh, yeah. It's being placed over there. Now, are the small... Ah, interesting. These little guys aren't pulling from here. They're not pulling the laterite in to smelt it. Suppose you could put them on here so they will smelt anything that gets collected, as opposed to putting them on there, which will only smelt things when there is space as it is collected. I guess depending on how much stuff you actually want to smelt, both options could work for sure. This is working very effectively. Now, as you come across these little things, you can absolutely use the ridiculous amount of power in this machine. We'll take off these, plug that in, get close enough. Get close enough. Boop. There we go. There's just so much power in there. It instantly opens it. And we're just going to chuck this on the scanner. On the oh, okay, it doesn't want to put it. There we go. Put it on the researcher. Done. Away it goes. Lovely. Aha! And perfect opportunity to test out the crane and its functionality. So let's move a little bit closer. A little bit. Oh, there's lots of stuff. Okay, onto the crane we go. It's got wow, it's got ridiculous reach. There we go. I didn't realize just how far the crane arm could reach. I should have been using this. That's great. Look at that. Look at that. It's just putting it all straight on there. Straight on there. That's great. And then ultimately, let's say, let's just turn that off for a second. Let's just say you've gotten what you wanted. You've gotten what you wanted, but it's all over these things now. It's not in the canisters. You really want it in the canisters, right? Because that's where we want everything to be ultimately, because it's much better storage. Just grab one of these, right? You just take that off. Let's say we want this canister to be compound, and you put it on there, and all the compound gets loaded up off all the other storage, all the other medium storage silos. It'll just get loaded into that. This is actually a pretty neat design. Honestly, I think this is a really, really effective way of traveling around and gathering resources. You don't need all that many canisters because each planet only has certain resources. You could, I suppose, load up a gas condenser on it as well if you really wanted to, but I don't think that's necessary. If the whole purpose of this is to gather resources, then you're not going to be needing to gather gas on the go. Gas could be gathered at home base, which leaves this thing free for more space for other things. I think this is a fantastic build. I absolutely adore it. With a few, with a few small tweaks that I have made that would fit my my usage of it just that little bit differently. But again, that's the beauty of this game, and it's the beauty of builds like this. You can really set them up however you like. Whatever is going to work best for what you want to do with it. Okay, back on the surface, where you will always find lots of little bits and pieces, that's the other benefit of having all of these silos. All the little things that you find, it does allow you to just bring it all home. Chuck it all on the silos. Yeah. Tech, I think you've got a great design here. It's very flexible. It's very versatile. It would help with it would help with stripping the resources from any planet very quickly. That you've done a great job. And everybody, please do go check out Tech's original video on this. It's short, it's sweet, it's a good little video. Give him some love. Thank you very much for watching this, and hopefully the next time you see Astroneer on my channel, it will be the Mega Factory. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. This video was brought to you by these very generous people. Thanks, guys.